So I don't want to make anybody watch my channel because I talk about some highly disturbing things. If you haven't noticed, because I mean you haven't, because there's 0 views on a lot of all my videos. But even if it wasn't like that, I wouldn't still even make anybody watch, because it's upsetting, and then you have to get to the bottom of it. Like I said, that Prescott Bush Sr., right? The like George Herbert Walker Bush's father, like before he wasn't president. Prescott Bush was never president, but he did take a picture proudly standing next to a lynched black man who was castrated, and they put his castrated penis and shoved it in his mouth. Now that was before AI, but I mean, obviously it could have been Photoshop, but who the fuck would Photoshop something like that, you know? And then Frances Cress Wesling was talking about, and she doesn't even know about that picture, but she was talking about genetic annihilation, and then Andrew Wilson was talking about genetic determinism, which is a better word for one aspect of what you would call racism if you didn't have a Swiss Army knife of words that makes people not challenge themselves to be more expressive. You don't even, they try to, before you even get any shit off your chest or try to express anything, they've already discouraged you in a way from even trying. And I know it's a commie word, so if you're wondering why I don't like commies, it isn't because I just want to be an asshole. I mentioned that that JonBenet Ramsey Sr. got a Ghislaine Maxwell lawyer and a Trump lawyer, but he wasn't a Trump lawyer then. You know what I mean? Like, he met Trump later, but he had Ghislaine Maxwell attorney, and Ghislaine, or somebody who looked so much like Ghislaine in a photo that they couldn't determine, it was like too low quality. It's very suspicious that she might have been at JonBenet Ramsey's pageant, and then JonBenet Ramsey Sr., who the community voted to indict, and then James Comey basically folded it up and put it in his back pocket, said, I cannot indict because of political reasons. But why did he give them the vote in the first place if he was good, if it was the choice, if he left it up to the community and they then he didn't like the result, and there's only one of 2 results that could have been possible? Then there was Jeffrey Dahmer, who was in a fraternal order that where the police brought one of his victims back to his apartment. He was running down the street. He was like trying to find help. You know, he was trying to escape. He was naked. He was drugged out of his mind, and he had a hole drilled in his damn skull. That's why people think adrenochrome, right? His fraternal order or whatever, they were on adrenochrome. They didn't have EpiPens back then. They didn't have epinephrine that could get oxidized and expire. Which is another thing. Why did they raise the price of EpiPen so much? Was it because you can make synthetic adrenochrome, right? You have to get to the bottom of that now. And I just told you something disturbing as shit that if you never watched my show, you wouldn't be upset by. And it's like, are you lying? You know, like, what good is it your channel now if all you do is lie? Like, you know, like, all you do is lie. But you notice the things that I'm talking about is not anything that you could be determined as a lie. It's like, we got to get to the bottom of. They're getting away with it. Like, it's like people have been giving up. So, like, I've noticed some things about society, right, that they'll conveniently forget certain shit and just disappear, you know, like the word anti-vaxxer. Nobody has the guts to call anybody anti-vaxxer today. They used to be all the rage, but they don't have the guts to do it now. Do they know something? Do they know something that I already know? You know what I mean? This is just another video that's gonna get 0 views. And I'm not, if YouTube shadow banned it to the point where I can ask, like, I'll tell my friend that I comment on his videos sometimes. You know, he's a flat earther and everything. Yo, man, like, click on my video or something. Like, let me show me that I'm alive in this shit. Like, no, because my content will fucking piss you off. And it's not monetized, and I just do this shit for free.